Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's training call. This is the new CEO training call, and today's call is going to be all about our compensation plan. We're going to go up through director. I'm going to share with you our key terms, some terms that we use regularly that would be great for you as a brand new CEO to understand. And then I'm going to go into more detail on our Fast Start again and our Business Booster points, since those are all great rewards for making sales. So once again, I'm Sabrina Rare. I am the Field Development and Training Manager here at VO1 Hope. And we are going to get started. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get started with, let's see here, with some key terms. For our compensation plan. This is what you'll hear me say kind of regularly on today's call. So let me go ahead and move this. How do I, sorry, one second, let me reshare. There we go. Scroll all the way down. Okay. So our key terms, we have just terms that are, in your back office, as well as when we talk about our compensation plan. So I just want to go through them really quick. One thing to note here, that if you didn't know already, VO1 Hope does not have any minimum orders for our CEOs. There's no minimum orders required to be a CEO. So that's great news for you. And then we're going to go through what a qualified CEO is. Let's see here. Where is that? Oh, I think we have changed this. So a qualified CEO is a CEO that sells $250 in personal commissionable volume in a month. And we call it qualified or active. They're both interchangeable words. A qualified CEO is one that sells $250 in retail sales, or PCV, in a given month. You can see what we call personal commissionable volume here. That is PCV. So PCV is a retail sale submitted by the CEO after any customer discounts. So this is the amount, the PCV is the amount that you'll be paid your own personal commissionable volume. That's what we call it. And so you'll make 20 to 25% commission off of this amount here. I hope that makes sense. And then let's see here. Commission is the money a CEO receives from personal sales activity, also known as the PCV, or retail sales. The commission is calculated at 20 to 25% on your monthly PCV. And the reason I say 20 to 25% is that we do offer a pay grade or pay upgrade. Once you've sold $1,500 in a month, $1,500 or more in a month, you get bumped up to that 25% commission. And say you hit $1,500 in sales on the 29th of the month, you would have it be paid on your entire month's sales. So it backdates all the way through the first. So it's a great benefit of the way our compensation plan is that it's 25% based on the whole month's sales. So it's from the first through the end of the month. And then let's see here, another term that we use regularly is downline. If you decide as a CEO to build a team, the people that you bring on personally, say I brought Lisa on to my team. I'm the top of the ladder. I bring Lisa on. She's on my first line. And then Lisa decides to bring her friend Hope on. And Hope would be my second line, but Lisa's first line of CEOs. Okay? So you get paid as you grow with the compensation plan, which I'll go into in a little bit. You get paid based on their sales. You get paid first line, second line, different commissions based on different levels that you're at. Upline is, say, I am Lisa's upline. I'm Lisa's direct upline, but I'm also Hope's upline. So say Hope reaches out to Lisa and has a specific question for Lisa, but Lisa really doesn't know how to help her. Hope can reach out directly to me, or Lisa can put her in contact with me, and I'd be happy to help her. You help your whole team, everyone, all the way down to the very bottom level. You help everyone on your team. So that's your downline there. And then your upline. And then your mentor. So I would be Lisa's mentor. I would be Lisa's direct mentor, and I would help her build her business and help her train. We have some great tools available in VA University. As if I brought Lisa on this week, I would encourage her to jump on her new CEO training calls, today's call. I would also encourage her to jump on the Tips from the Top call. So definitely as a mentor, help train, point them in the right direction, and also make sure they're on our Facebook community page. That's where a lot of great questions are asked, and we can learn a lot there. Let's see here. The next thing is the bonus volume. So bonus volume is your monthly coaching commissions. And I'll go into this a little more detail when we talk about each level. But your bonus volume is calculated at 70% of your downline's personal commissionable volume. So say I brought Lisa on. Lisa sold $100 in personal commissionable volume this month. I would be paid off of 70% of that for the 1 or 2% that I earn. But we'll go into detail there a little bit more. The next thing is organizational volume. That is my whole tree's organizational volume. So org volume. So I would count as my organizational volume, my PCV. Lisa's PCV would count towards my organizational volume, and Hope's PCV would count if I had those 3 people on my tree. But it's your whole org volume, and we'll go into a little bit more, kind of makes more sense as we talk about the different levels of the compensation plan. You're paid as rank. So say I had a large team and I hit director. I hit director back in January. My lifetime rank would be considered director. That's never taken away from you. I would always be considered director, or if I promoted, I could be senior director or above that. But if I say this month I had something, I'm having a baby, I'm pregnant and I'm having a baby, so I might not be working my business, nearly as much as I was back in January. So maybe I'm just a senior CEO. I would be paid as my senior CEO status. I wouldn't be paid as my director status, if that makes sense. So you always keep your lifetime achievement, but based on each month's sales and where you're at in that compensation plan, that's based on what you're paid as. So that's why it's called the paid as title. And then if I decided for 4 months not to work my business, I would be at risk of losing my downline. Our team will notify you and let you know that you're at risk of losing your downline because you haven't worked your business for 4 months. And then you would, if you continued not to sell $250, that would be considered active or qualified, then you would be at risk of losing your downline. Okay. Let's see here. So let's just keep going. Let's go through, let's start at the beginning. So this document is available in the back office. It's in the VA University Getting Started. There's a comp plan link. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. Hold on one sec. So if you go to, you're in VA University, go to Get Started and just pick the compensation plan. That'll pop up right here. This is just our PDF. And I went in through all of this. Hold on. Okay. So there's 2 ways to earn commissions. There's your personal sales, which is what I went over earlier. It's that 20 or 25% commission on your retail sales or your PCV. So if you sell $1 through $14.99 in personal volume, personal commissionable volume, you would earn 20% commission. If you sold $1,500 or more in personal commissionable volume, you would earn 25% commission on all of your sales. And then your coaching commissions is what I was talking about earlier. You earn up to 17% on your team's activity. 17% is what you would make at our senior executive director level. That's our very top of our compensation plan, but I'll go into more detail on the different percentages you can earn as you're growing your business. Your income, yeah, so, okay. And then one thing that I mentioned on one of my first training calls a couple of weeks ago was how to set up your Hyperwallet account. If you haven't done so already, definitely take a look at this and set up that account so you can get paid. Super important to get paid. It's super easy. It takes 5 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So definitely take a look at this. There's also some instructions on that new CEO checklist if you haven't already done so. This just makes it super easy for you to get paid. And then let's just keep going. Okay. So the first promotion, if you're a CEO and you haven't brought anyone on and you're just trucking along, with your own personal sales, then you would just make your personal sales commission. If you decided to build a team, then this is when we're going through our different promotions that we offer for our compensation plan. So your personal, this is the requirements to be paid as an associate CEO. So our first promotion level, you would have one personally recruited active CEO. So for me, going back to our example earlier, that would be Lisa on my first line. I would have to have $250 in personal commissionable volume for that month. And then our organizational volume would be $500, which is very easy to obtain because that's $250 for me and that's $250 for Lisa. And an active CEO, as I mentioned earlier, is someone who sells $250 or more. So the organizational volume here would be very easy to hit because we have 2 people that are currently active, paid as active. And then the reward is your own personal commissionable sales. And then also you would earn 2% on, I would earn 2% on Lisa's bonus volume. The bonus volume, again, is the 70% of her PCB. That's awesome. That's a huge bonus there. And then the next compensation level is our senior CEO. So the requirements to be a senior CEO is to have 2 personally recruited active CEOs. So that would be Lisa. Say I brought Lisa and Rachel on my first line. That would be my first line. And then I would have to have 500 in personal commissionable volume for that month and $2,000 in organizational volume. And one thing to note here is that if you're having 2 to 3 parties or events in a month, this would be very easy to hit because our average party is $800 to $1,000 in PCV in retail sales. So you personally could hit that organizational volume very easily if you hold 2 to 3 parties in a month. But you also have your 2 personally recruited active on your first line that count. And if they've brought anyone on, they count towards your organizational volume as well. So once you hit these milestones here, you would earn 3% on my level 1, and I would earn 2% on my level 2. So you can see here we keep kind of adding different levels. And then the next title is director. We would have 4 personally recruited active CEOs. So I would have 4 people on my first line that were active, that have a minimum of $250 in retail sales. I personally would have to have $1,500 in personal commissionable volume, and we'd have to have $5,000 in organizational volume. The reward here is 6% on my level 1. Everyone that's on my level 1, I would earn 6% off their bonus volume. Level 2, I would earn 3% on my level 2 bonus volume. So everyone that's on my level 2, I would earn 3%. That's a 9% there on my downline. That's awesome. And then after you've hit director for 4 consecutive months in a row, I would earn a $500 director cash bonus. So we can see here that consistency definitely pays off with that cash bonus here. And it really is a huge benefit as you bring new CEOs onto your team to get them into training and get them booking their calendar. Because every month you would want them to be active. The goal is to have them sell a minimum of $250 in PCV so that they're considered active on your first line. And then you would have to sell $1,500 in PCV from here on out to remain director every month. But that's why we say have 2 to 3, maybe 4 events on your calendar every month so that you would blow this $1,500 PCV out of the water, because every event is going to be successful. And then your organizational volume is $5,000. So that's where we're going to stop for the compensation plan. I'm going to kind of give you an overview here. We go all the way up to senior executive director. We actually have 7 senior executive directors in our community now. And then, we are taking a look at our compensation plan, and, we'll be making updates in the coming year, but there won't be major updates or anything. Just wanted to add that in there. Let's see here, through all of this. Okay, so the next thing, on top of all of your pay and your compensation, we have some great bonuses. As far as being a brand new CEO, there are rewards for you to earn on top of your commission pay. So your bonus right now, if you're in your first 60 days of being a CEO, is our Fast Start program. So I know I've gone into more detail on earlier calls, but just to remind you, it's your first 60 days as a brand new CEO. I always recommend writing down your 30th day in the business and then your 58th day, just to give you a couple extra days to make sure you're closing out those parties correctly. So for every 2 qualified events that you hold and close within your first 60 days, you earn $100 in Fast Start rewards. And then for every new recruit that you bring on, an eligible recruit that you bring on, you earn $100 in Fast Start rewards. So a qualified event is an event that goes on to sell $300 in personal commissionable volume. That's retail sales. And as I said, our average is $800 to $1,000. So it really is very easy to hit this $300 mark for each event. And then an eligible recruit is a recruit that you bring on to your team within your first 60 days that goes on to close 2 qualified parties in their first 60 days. So I hope that makes sense. And there's no cap here. There's no cap on these points. You can hold 10 qualified parties in your first 60 days and earn $500 in Fast Start rewards. The rewards can be used on pretty much on anything, on our One Hope merchandise, on our individual bottles of wine, our gift sets, let's see here, on our business supplies, and so many different items to help you boost your business. On our glitter bottles. I know we're having this great sale on our glitter bottles right now, but when there's not a big sale going on, it's great to have that opportunity to use business booster points or Fast Start reward points to help boost your business. So this goes a little bit more into detail. So make sure you're referencing it if you're in your first 60 days. It goes through how to properly close out a party. The really important thing to note here is that the party has to be closed before your first 60 days are up. So by midnight Central Standard Time, that party needs to be closed to count towards your fast start. Or if you're within 20 days from the event date, all of our parties auto close within 21 days of the event date. Just so you know, as a brand new CEO, that can be a little confusing. So make sure you write on your calendar 21 days or 20 days from your event date so that you can make sure you enter those host rewards, the marketplace rewards, and the donation information so that that party can close out correctly and count towards your fast start. And if you earn the Fast Start Award, which is if you hold and close 6 qualified events within your first 60 days and bring on 1 eligible recruit within your first 60 days, and that means you can sign them up on your 59th day, and then they have 60 days from their start date to hold 2 qualified parties. So it could take a little bit longer than the 60 days to earn your Fast Start Award, but you will earn it if your new recruit brings on 2 or holds 2 qualified parties. So what you earn, which is really exciting, on top of those rewards points that you earn, you would earn a private happy hour and champagne toast at our annual Crush conference. The next year, so if you earned it right now, you would earn it for July's Crush conference. And then VIP seating at our annual Crush conference, and an exclusive gift. And then, of course, bragging rights to say that you're killing your business. So there's the Fast Start. Another great opportunity that's ongoing to boost your business, we call it the Business Booster Program, is you earn points ongoing throughout the year, every month, to boost your business. So if you sell $250 in retail sales in a month, so from the first through the end of the month, you would earn $25 in Business Booster points. If you sell $750 in retail sales in a given month, you would earn $50 in Business Booster points. And then if you sell $1,500 in retail sales in a given month, you would earn $100 in Business Booster points. It's worth mentioning that all of these points, so the Fast Start reward points are as you close out your parties within 24 hours, you would earn those points. You know, if you closed out 2 qualified parties within 24 hours of both of them being closed out, you would earn the $100 in reward points. So that's ongoing, you know, through your 60 days. This is awarded once a month. It's awarded by the 5th of the following month. So if you earned $100 in Business Booster points for March, you would see them in your account by April 5th. Just so you know when they're going to be there so you can use them to help grow your business. And one thing just a visual here is to a way to double dip as a brand new CEO. If you sold $1,500 in retail sales in your first month, you would earn $100 in Business Booster points. And if you held 3 tasting events, you would earn $100 for qualified events. If in the second month, in your last 30 days from, you know, for your Fast Start, you would, if you sold $1,500 in retail sales, you would earn $100 in Business Booster points, hold 3 qualified parties, so there's your 6 qualified parties. You would earn an additional $200 in Fast Start points. So you pull the 1 from here, 1 from here, you add, you know, 200. And then if you signed up 1 new recruit and 1 new eligible recruit, you would earn $100 in Fast Start points. So that's $600 in rewards points right here, your first 60 days. And that's, you know, as I mentioned, there's no cap. The Business Booster points have a cap, but the Fast Start points don't. So definitely sit with your mentor and your upline and create a game plan on how you can utilize these points and hit those goals that you have. Okay, so that is everything that I have for today. Does anyone have any questions for me? Feel free to unmute yourself or ask in the chat box. Any questions? Nope. Okay. Well, oh, someone raised their hand, a 310 number. Let me go ahead and try to unmute you. Okay, 310, you're unmuted. Do you have a question? Hello? No? Okay. Did you have a question? Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, I want to remind you, take this time to remind you about our Tips from the Top call tomorrow with Chris Whitaker, and one of our amazing leaders that signed up for tomorrow's call. Last week, I know we had a great recruiting call with Danielle Zoff. So if you weren't able to watch that, definitely watch the recording in the community page. And tomorrow's call is going to be on the same Zoom channel as today's, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we have an amazing CEO to CEO call on Friday at 10:30 a.m. I think on the same Zoom channel with Jake Kloberdanz, our CEO. He is going to just go through everything that we have going on in the business right now. So it's definitely an amazing call for you to jump on. It's not really a training, it's just informative. And I know last month's call was great. So definitely try to add that to your calendar. If not, there will be a recording again, you know, as always. So definitely try to jump on all of our training calls. Next week, my training call, let's see here. I'm going to be going through 5 ways to work your business. So definitely every training call is a little different. I'm going to be going through on next Wednesday, the 28th of March at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Wednesday, I'm going to be going through 5 ways to work your business. So definitely try to jump on if you can, and I'll be posting this recording on the community page and on my YouTube channel. So definitely share it with your team or share it you know, with anyone that's interested in the business. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye.